I am now introducing Insane Ian. Achievement unlocked!
Greetings, FumpFest. Ooh, that one was booming. I like that. Hello.
FumpFest is back. And this time, we're teaming up with Con on the Cob.
Con on the Cob!
Con on the Cob is taking place October 5th through 8th in Richfield, Ohio, and FumpFest will be a part of it. This year's performers include Bonnie Gordon, Jeff Whitmire, Ross Childs, Insane Ian,
There's plenty of room in the dungeon, Castlevania.
Steve Goody, The Great Luke Ski, Toby Danger, and Worm Quartet.
This is a song, it's a song I wrote so I could sing it with TV's Kyle, but TV's Kyle isn't at FumpFest, so I can't perform this song.
Okay.
And our 2023 guest of honor, Ogden Edsel.
Dead puppies aren't much fun.
FumpFest is a full weekend of comedy music and related weirdness, including the Logan Whitehurst Memorial Awards for Excellence in Comedy Music, dumb parody ideas, live podcast recordings, and more. Plus, all of the games, art, freaks, and fun that come with Con on the Cob. FumpFest, now with blackjack and hookers.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
For information and to register, visit fumpfest.com. That's FUMPFEST.com.
Greetings, Internet, and welcome to another episode of A Comedy Musician Reacts. My name is Insane Ian. I am a comedy musician and comedy music fan, and on this show I react to comedy music from the perspective of a comedy musician, because that's what I am, and that's what I do, and that's what this is, and that's why you're here, and that's why this week I'm reacting to A Proper End, the Stupendium Extreme Edition, with an alternate ending. I reacted to A Proper End before. It's a Random Encounter song, by the way. I reacted to that some years ago, and in my searches of Random Encounter songs, found out there's a different version that I didn't know about that is called the Extreme Stupendium Edition and has an alternate ending to the previous version. Of course, Proper End is their Stanley Parable song, Random Encounter's Stanley Parable song, in which the Stupendium plays the voiceover announcer, narrator, whatever the character you want to call that's in the game that narrates Stanley's way through the game. This is the extreme version. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing it means more Stupendium and all sorts of stuff like that. Anyway, if this is your first time joining us, yes, welcome. I am a comedy musician. I react exclusively to comedy music because that's what I know, and what that means to you is that I'm going to be pausing the video. Kind of a lot, actually, so that I'm not talking over or laughing over the jokes in the songs, sometimes talking about how the song works in tandem with the video, how the lyrics help elevate the jokes in the visuals, or vice versa, sometimes explaining jokes, because that's always fun, and sometimes it means sitting back and laughing my damn head off. It's a crapshoot whatever you're going to get, but I think it's a good time either way. If this is the sort of thing that you like, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And if you really want to help the channel out, maybe consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos of mine early, get my music and comedy early, exclusive reactions, all sorts of cool stuff like that. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, because I yammer on a lot apparently, let's dive in to this one.
Hey to everybody, I'm AJ, and I played Stanley in our Stanley Parable song, but I wasn't really the star of the show. That honor goes to the Stupendium, a really cool guy who you should all go subscribe to because he makes amazing music videos.
This is true, and if this is your first time joining me on this, we know this, and I've reacted to pretty much everything the Stupendium has done, which is why I'm now doing these things. Obviously, also, this video is a little older. Stupendium's pronouns have changed. They go by they now, if you are not aware. But yes.
He also was an amazing collaborator. Normally, we get 1, 2, maybe 3 files from somebody. Not the Stupendium. The Stupendium way, apparently, is to send you 14 files of takes featuring harmonies and little pop-ins and cool little extra effects like that. We're gonna play them all today for you guys to see the extreme Stupendium experience.
I can actually attest to that. I am working on a collab with Stupendium as well. I've been working on it for a little bit. There's a lot of things going on in my life right now, medically with me and also members of my family, that I'm not going to get into too much detail here, but that's kind of what's been delaying things a bit, and also general writer's block. But there is a collab with Stupendium going on that I've received files from them a bit ago, and yeah, got quite a few layers and harmonies and all sorts of cool things that I'm really looking forward to sharing with you all, and will be out eventually. Sorry for the delay, life keeps happening.
By the way, we actually filmed an alternate ending, just in case the cat thing didn't really work out. If you've ever wondered how this musical would have ended if Stanley didn't own any pets, watch till the end.
Stanley stepped out of his office through the door, took the stairway up to check the second floor.
You just hear the different layers. It's not just it's not just doubled vocals. It sounds like there's at least 3 different vocals on that just opening 2 lines. There's one that's singing the high line, and then there's one that's almost speaking the line layered underneath it.
To the right, Stanley kept his storage. That was where his instincts led. But instead of right, he set his sights on the room to the left instead. Stanley knew this room was...
And the little echo, little backing vocals echo. Little backing vocals echo. I said that, but it sounded like I said... Sorry. Room to the left instead had a backing echo. Room to the left instead. Room to the left instead. Like it came up. It's still in the background, but it repeated the line after it was said.
Not the proper choice. But he sat down and ignored his inner voice.
Wow. Yeah, like there's just layers to everything. Just like these different voices coming in and repeating the last line, but saying it differently. Like some of them are singing it, some of them are speaking it, some of them are just echoing it. It's really, really cool. It's, again, just multiple layers and different impressions of... It changes how the song is presented a little. Because when you have the original song, and it's Stupendium is portraying the narrator of the game, the one who's telling Stanley, in essence, what to do throughout Stanley's adventures, you, as the player character, are playing Stanley. So basically telling you what to do, and you choose to ignore them or not. Adding these many layers to it kind of adds this whole kind of like chorus of narrators. This whole, there's more than one person there. It kind of changes the impression of it a little bit. And, you know, maybe that changes the idea of the song a little bit too. It's kind of an interesting interpretation to it. It makes it almost a completely different song just because of the effect of all the vocals kind of changing your perception.
But he sat down and ignored his inner voice. This whole story thing was something Stanley couldn't comprehend. Let's start over and find a proper end. Stanley's buttons had blah, blah, blah. You know how this goes. Stanley had to fix this. Stanley took the right-hand door to the Stanley right.
Nice.
It appeared that Stanley wasn't very bright. Now the story's utter rubbish, and it's frankly all your fault.
It's like all the different versions of the narrators that have seen Stanley go through this repeatedly over and over. It's like they've all caught up, because, you know, it would somewhat seem like a time loop, like you've seen Stanley meet an end and the thing starts over again and you're trying to get Stanley to the proper ending, the proper end, and so the narrators from before are back and they're just echoing all the silly sentiments. Oh, Stanley, not again. We've seen previous Stanleys do this before. Neat.
Your disdain for my directions brought our bloodline to a halt. Let me see if I can get us back on course. Oh dear, how'd we find ourselves outdoors? Stanley, did you touch something? I admit...
And little asides, too, that Stupendium clearly improvised into this. Stanley, did you touch something? Brilliant. Like, again, it gives that affectation of the narrator, if you're familiar with the game. You know, the narrator has that kind of snide snarkiness to them. You know, Stupendium is emulating that superbly here.
Is all seems foreign, but I loathe to recommend we start over and find a proper end. Or at least something with air conditioning. Hang on, Stanley, I have an idea. Let's try something different. This should make our story shine, the Stanley Parable Adventure line. Now the plot is much more clear. Why would it lead us into here?
I don't remember if that's in the original song, but that way of saying it. Why did it lead us into here? Just like, yes, clearly this is the path you should take. This is the right way to do it. What has happened now? I'm confused. Just perfect. I love it.
Surely not. Is this much closer to the plot?
The baby.
Worse with every turn. Oh, isn't this a lovely firm?
Just randomly puts him in Minecraft.
Adventure line. No, I suppose it isn't. My standards are just becoming painfully low. Stanley took the... Hold on, Stanley's disappeared. Stanley slept through his...
That was almost Danny Elfman-esque in the backing vocals there. The Stanley's disappeared. Just this like kind of haunting, like higher pitch. I didn't quite pitch myself up the same way, but the little Stanley's disappeared in the backing vocals. They came after the line. This kind of like haunting, lilting melody. It was very Elfman-esque, thinking like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Stanley took the... Hold on, Stanley's disappeared. Stanley slept through his alarm, just as I feared. Well, our story doesn't need him. What did Stanley ever do? We'll find him a replacement, like you. Yes, it's perfect. This new Stanley's much improved.
I think this might be the alternate ending, because I do not remember this.
Other than the fact that Stanley hasn't moved. Come on, make us a decision. Think like Stanley, play pretend. Oh, I wouldn't. Oh, you did. Then it's time for me to bid you and Stanley a proper end. But the video had so little budget that instead of a massive fire explosion, it simply cut to black.
That's phenomenal. Yeah, I think I remember the cat doing something like that, because there was a cat ending, as they said before. Yeah, that is super great. That was super, super fun. Such an interesting new take on it. It changes the song so much, I think, to have so many layers in it. Not that the original version is bad, and not that this is bad. They're just both two different things, and I think the changes are so unique and fun. I'm glad that they released this alternate Extreme Stupendium edition. Hopefully you feel the same way. If you did like it, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. Of course, if you want to see this video without me yammering all over it, link is in the description. And of course, if you do want to help support the channel and see like these people over here do, you can, of course, support me on Patreon at patreon.com/insaneian, where you can get these videos early, my music and comedy early, and all sorts of other cool stuff like that. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
I've got original Clue, because the game is iconic, but with updated suspects, just to be ironic. I've got Clue dice, and the one that says cards, or an escape room clue, but it isn't too hard. I've got the Liar's Clue, and the Vegas parody, and some video game versions I can play on my screen. 24 and Busters, because I like those properties, and the Scott the Wise Clue, because I give the charities. Of course I have the movie and the documentary too, and this is for everyone who says I don't have a clue.